James Talarico, the Democratic Senate nominee in Texas, seems to have faded from the spotlight. He's been doing events across Texas, but the press seems to have forgotten about him. We haven't seen much from him in the news since last week when he joined Rachel Maddow and tried to portray himself as a fighter.
If you see me on the back mic in the well of the State House, I have no problem going toe-to-toe when I need to.
And to be fair, he did fight for gender-affirming care for minors.
If that doctor, in evaluating the specifics of the case, believed that not providing that gender-affirming care would do more harm than good, then that doctor would provide that care.
Now, he and Maddow also appeared to question concerns over election integrity.
There's all of this, not just fear-mongering, but threatening people around these sort of phantoms of voter fraud.
Attacks on voting rights, this redistricting power grab, those are attempts to rig the rules of the game.
Now, did Maddow not cover New Jersey? If not, Rachel, we have your lead on Monday. But outside of that interview, it feels like we're hearing less and less about James Talarico. Saturday in America has been asking him to come on, but his team never responds. Is he afraid to answer the questions we have for him? I'm not sure, but the invitation remains open. Come on, James, we'd love to have you on the program. Texas Republican Senate nominee Ken Paxton, who's trying to stop him from getting to the U.S. Senate, is here. Thank you for being here, Ken. Great to have you. I want to start by playing a recently resurfaced comment from James Talarico. It kind of went everywhere this week, but these are his views on the Bible and some of the curriculum in the state of Texas. Listen to this.
A new state curriculum that would teach Christian Bible stories as historical fact, as the only truth to our youngest students. And I mean kindergarten, first graders. These are kids who aren't able to think for themselves yet. They haven't formed their own worldviews. And to push propaganda, to push indoctrination on those youngest students is deeply immoral.
Is Texas pushing propaganda on students?
No, we're teaching history. We're teaching things that happened in the past. Some of those are biblical. Some of those is not biblical. So it's broad history. And I don't know why James Talarico, he says he's a Christian, although he says he hates Christianity, has attacked Christianity at every stage, including this teaching, including even putting the Ten Commandments in. He said it was Christian bullying and hypocrisy on our part to have the Ten Commandments in our schools. So he's definitely on the fringe element of people in Texas, but they just don't know it. So that's one of the reasons he's avoiding the media, is because he doesn't want to answer your questions about his radical socialist democratic views.
Yeah, I think he should do an adversarial interview, or at least just an honest one, asking honest questions, because Rachel Maddow, it's kind of drinking from the Kool-Aid when you're James Talarico and you go on that show. But Ken, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who's back with us to talk about that surrogacy case in the state. I explained to our viewers, baby Gabriel was born because you intervened on behalf of the surrogate mom, McKenna. The parents in California did not want this to happen, said you violated their constitutional rights. How's baby Gabriel doing in your response to the parents?
Yeah, I think doing well. There's an upcoming surgery. I don't know exactly what day, but I know it's got to happen within the first week to save the baby's life. And then there'll be a couple of other surgeries, I think one from 4 to 6 months, and another one that occurs 18 to 5 years, depending how the baby's doing. But our goal was just to save the baby, make sure that the baby had the opportunity to get life-sustaining treatment, which everybody deserves, no matter what your age is. And that's what we fought for, and that's what we got. So I'm really pleased. I'm excited about this baby. I'm excited that the baby Gabriel is here on Earth and alive and well, and we're very optimistic about the future. And
Attorney General, as I understand this was a battle playing out as this surrogate mother was reaching 20 weeks of pregnancy. Okay, so this was late into a pregnancy. And I tried to find if there was any comment from James Talarico. I looked everywhere. Maybe I missed it, but I can't find a public comment from him on this case. Have you heard from your opponent on this case?
I have not heard anything from him. I don't think he's saying anything about it. I think he's afraid to comment, because if he says the right thing, it would offend a lot of his liberal Democrats. If he says the wrong thing, then which is opposing what we did, was to make sure this baby could live, then most of Texas is not going to like his answer.
Attorney General Ken Paxton, thank you, and for working with us through those audio issues. We appreciate you. Well.